Hey guys, so we're still looking at slopes of lines and rate of change. So this is lesson 3.2 in your textbook, and we're going to look at task 1, which is help building understanding. All right, so a few things that you need to know about slope. So first, the slope of a line is the measure of its steepness and direction. A line that rises from left to right, okay, if it rises from left to right, we write from left to right. We're going to read the lines from left to right, has a positive slope. A line that falls, like the blue line here, from left to right has a negative slope. All right, so the first question says, which lines have positive slopes? Select all that apply. All right, so we can see this purple line here goes up from left to right, so we know it has a positive slope. We can check line 1, it's going down, so that's negative. Line 2 is going down from left to right, so that one's negative. And the red line is going up very steeply from left to right, so that one is also positive. All right, which lines have a negative slope? Select all that apply. So we've already looked at these. The blue line and the green line are both going down from left to right. So lines 1 and 2 have a negative slope. Of the two lines with positive slopes, which one rises more steeply? All right, so we said 3 is red, 4 is purple. Which one rises more steeply? Well, you can see that the red line is much steeper than the purple line. So line 3 rises more steeply. All right, of the two lines with negative slopes, which one falls more steeply? Okay, so lines 1 and 2 are going down. So we've got lines 1, blue is here, and green is here. You can see that the green line is much steeper, so that's line 2 is much steeper than the other line. All right, it says line 4 has a slope of 1/2. And line 1 has a slope of -1. Choose the number and symbol to complete the sentences. Line blank is steeper. All right, so if this is rise 1, run 2, and this one's rise -1, run 2, that means the steeper line is going to be this one because it's going to be 1/1, where this one's going to be more gradual. So line 1 is steeper, and that's because the absolute value of -1 is just 1, and that is greater than 1/2. All right, so it says the slope is a ratio of vertical change. Remember, vertical change is your y's over horizontal change. Horizontal is your x's. It is calculated by taking the rise of the line and dividing it by the run of the line. So that's why we say rise over run. Y's over x's. The rise is determined by counting along the vertical grid. The run is determined by counting along the horizontal grid. When counting rise and run, be sure to account for the scale for which your respective axis. So you can see here this goes from 0, 5, 10, 15. So you have to be aware of what the rise over the run is. All right, so if I rise here, I'm going from 10 to 15. So I'm going to rise 5, and I go from 5 to 10. So that's 5 again. So rise over run. 5 over 5 would be just 1. All right, so on the negative slope, or the blue line, you can see it's going down, so we know it's negative. You can do the same thing. So we go from 5 down to 2.5. So we went down is a negative. So you put -2/5. And then we went from 5 to 10. 5 to 10 is 5 units, and that reduces to -1/2. So again, the scale, you do have to be aware of the scale. You can't just count blocks. All right, for the blue line in the graph, why is the rise a negative number? Select the correct words to complete the sentence. As you move from first point to the second point, the y value decreases. So you can see you go from here to here. This is my y-axis. So 5 to 2.5, that point decreases. And that's it. So again, just remember, positive slopes rise from left to right, negative slopes fall from left to right.